All right, now we want to talk about FROTH-PAK. FROTH-PAK is a two-component polyurethane foam. It's chemically cured versus moisture cured, like our one-component product. It's a great product for filling larger gaps and cracks, as well as for doing full coverage spray. This is our FROTH-PAK sealant product with the green stripe. This can be used, like I said, to fill gaps and cracks, but it does, you need to consult your building code. It typically needs to be covered with a fire-resistant barrier. So now we're getting ready to spray, but the first thing we want to do is make sure we've got proper protective equipment on. And so we want full coverage clothing, we want to be sure we've got gloves, a minimum of safety glasses, goggles are even better, and I'm going to be wearing a respirator. This is an organic vapor respirator. So you want to be sure to do that. A Tyvek suit with a hood is even a great idea if you're doing a larger job, because if you get foam on you, it's really hard to get off. Now let's talk about the foam that we sprayed. You see here that this was the fan spray, and this was less than a minute ago, and we've already got cured foam. You can see that it's a nice tan color, it rose up nicely, and we're making good cured foam. So that looks terrific. This was where I switched over to the cone-shaped tip, and again, this is curing nicely, it's nice and firm. You can see it rises quite a bit as well. And there's a little bit of art to this. You want to use a very steady stroke. You want to keep the gun perpendicular to the surface, and you want to keep it the same distance. So I tried to make sure I was nice and even, didn't want to swing my arm to get different thicknesses of foam. But that looks good. That's good looking foam, and you always want to have your, tell your folks to practice on some cardboard, practice on some scrap before they start spraying on the job site. But that's good looking foam. Okay, now I want to show you what happens if you get foam really off ratio. And it's important to know what to look for as you're spraying, because it can be kind of a mess to clean up. On the left, this is all A side, or the MDI side. You can see it's starting to cure a little bit. This will cure from moisture in the air eventually, but it'll be very brittle. This is the B side, and you can tell already it's just like shaving cream. It's just basically evaporating. And that's all it's ever going to be is just foam that looks just like shaving cream. So just like if you were making two-part epoxy, if you had one part and not the other part, it's never going to cure. So we want to watch for this. We want to watch for signs of sputtering in the gun. And the other thing, like we said before, the most important thing is making sure the tanks are at the right temperature, and then make sure we've got a clean nozzle. If we do that, you will very rarely see that, but it's good to know what bad foam looks like.